Well, howdy. Nearly Senior Citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this another brand new day. Yes, indeed. I believe it is Sunday, and it is raining up a storm outside. And by raining up a storm, I, of course, mean it's not actually a storm of raining, but it was pretty windy a bit ago, but not a storm. But it is just raining, and thumbs up. But I went walkies last night, thought I'd mention, and oh boy, it was rough. First, like 2 miles of the trip, my legs felt like I hadn't gone walking for months. Oh my God, my ankles hurt so bad. My thighs were killing me. It was rough. Second half of it, coming mostly downhill from northern Shelton, not so bad, but oy vey. And I'd only skipped one night, so it wasn't a massive thing. I have no ideas, but it was a late walkies because since I'm going to be connecting with Russian timing, and we are going to be playing and recording multiplayer Astro Near today, I wanted to make sure everything was done and videos uploaded so that I could not worry about things. So before I went walkies, I recorded and edited and started rendering a video. Went walkies at about 9 o'clock. Got back at about 11. The video was all done. Edited and started rendering another video. And then went to bed. Excuse me. My back was so sore though. Did not sleep well. Very tired, and my back was just killing me when I woke up this morning. So thumbs up. It finally has stopped hurting some, of course, because hey, cannabis used for chronic pain, but still joy. Plus, I've had an area on my back that has started itching more and more. But now it's starting to get really sore and hurt even when it's not itching. So even though I've had my primary care provider look at it and she said, yeah, it looks like you're kind of getting a rash, I think I may need to get that really checked on because I scratched my back in that spot, made an odd sound, went down, and I immediately started bleeding just from like a second's worth of scratching. So, oy vey, don't want anything terrible to happen, don't want to die. I mean, it's going to happen eventually, don't want to die anytime soon. And of course, I do have, make sure my body is semi-centered in the camera. I do have 2 cameras. I'm not going to be doing a whole lot with them. I'm pretty tired, and though I'm feeling better, that spot on my back has got me worried. So joy, it's life is life. But past that, I went walkies as stated, came back and did all that. There is some stuff that I have, of course, written down. Oh yes, this one is just cute. It's really cute, and it's rather amazing. For decades there has been, conflict and war between differing console makers and their fans. So there was a big Sega and Nintendo war, console war ages ago, and then they've had console wars between Sony and Nintendo, and it's just all these battles and fights, and then there's people that like this type of game fight against these people that like this type of game, and it's always conflict because people are people. One thing that happened, 2 games, the latest Animal Crossing game and the latest Doom game. Both were supposed to come out last year. Both got pushed into this year. Both of them are coming out on the same day. One Nintendo, one Sony. One happy, friendly, sort of casual farming type game. Well, if you've ever played Animal Crossing, it's not a farming type game, but it's much more casual. And then there's Doom Guy ripping the living snot and murdering everything that's even slightly demonic that he can get his bloody hands on. So the Doom subreddit contacted the Animal Crossing subreddit and said, hey, we're both coming out at the same time, and you know there's been traditional battles, but best of luck on your release. We hope it's good. Definite thumbs up. Paraphrasing heavily, but it was a, hey, I hope your release goes awesome. We're coming out on the same day. And so there's been this massive crossover between the Doom subreddit and, well, the Doom fandom and the Animal Crossing fandom. And not in a bad way. It's incredibly wholesome because there's the one character, I think her name is Isabel. Artists are showing her ripping and tearing demons with her weapons alongside Doom Guy down in hell. Or they're showing the Doom Guy in the Animal Crossing setting. And it's all incredibly awesome. They're just going, hey, I love your game, to each other. And then they've just got these great crossovers. Somebody actually did one where it's playing the old game, the old 1993, what was it, 93? Yeah, I think. Game where the Doom Guy goes over to a shelf in a store and picks up a copy of Animal Crossing and then goes over to the guy behind the counter to buy it. It has been such an amazing and wholesome little thing. It is really, really cool to see two different console fandoms, two different genre fandoms just saying, hey, you know what? We don't have to fight. And it has been just very, very cool. Definitely a thumbs up. There has been so much made in the news about toxic fandom, toxic gamers, toxic, gaming fandom and all that. It took one game dev and a couple other people pushing back. It's like, they're focusing on that. But there's toxic everybody everywhere. Look at just retail. Good Lord. The things that these poor people that work retail have to deal with. Us. We're nightmares. Retail people are so toxic, it's ridiculous. Every fandom has toxicity. Every group of people has toxicity. Gamers are not especially toxic. Gamers are just, unfortunately, a political hot button a lot of the time for people to just go, see how bad these people are? But no different than anybody else. Thumbs up for that. Remember, 10% of any group are angels, 10% of any group are monsters, and it's just the 80% they'll flow toward the power structure, but they just want to get by. So thumbs up for that. Back over to this camera. Make sure I'm halfway centered. I am very nervous today because of my social anxieties. I'm very nervous about recording with Russian timing. There's no need for me to be so, but I am what I am, and I just thought I'd mention that. One of the things about making sure I had all my stuff ready last night, because I've got videos already uploaded and ready to go for 2 o'clock and 6 o'clock. So I'm prepared. All I have to do is make sure my equipment and stuff is ready and contact and then go and then we record and everything should be good. So here's hoping. No need to be nervous, but of course, social anxieties, I am nervous. But then it's the same with any appointment that I have, whether it's I need to make a phone call at this time, or I need to go to this place at this time, or I need to do this thing at this time. The closer I actually get to that time, the more nervous and antsy I get. When I have to leave for appointments a half hour before I have to go, I am not able to do anything but just stand and pace because I'm just anxious and ready to move. So thumbs up for that. Let's see what else I have over here. Oh yeah, one big thing, more story talk. So if that part bores you, I'm very sorry, but story talk, yay. I've mentioned before how the wording I have for stuff, I try to use the odd wording because that gets me in the mindset of the various things that have to be done. But a multiverse in the story setting I got is an Unga. That's the great, huge, overarching thing, an Unga. And the infinite city in the middle of this particular multiverse is the Ungaru. And then the various layers of the universes outward, the Ungara, the Ungare, the Ungaden, then there's the Ungadi, and then there's the Ungada, the void. And then the renegade universes, the Ungaka, that are cancerous and go flying outward. But there are more than one multiverse. Not many, because it takes a lot to make an actual multiverse split, because anything that can just happen within a multiverse that doesn't need another multiverse can and will occur. So it's got to be something pretty freaking major to make an entirely different multiverse. That happened, and there was a multiverse split when the people that built and peopled the infinite city at the center of the multiverse of this Unga, this multiverse, discovered that Amaterasu was coming, and they had a choice: either evacuate or fight. And they asked their generals, what would the cost be of fighting with an infinite number of soldiers, an infinite number of resources, and an infinite number of weapons? And these are people with advanced math and sciences, so much they were able to build an infinite city and then people it so it goes on forever and it's peopled fully. What is the cost of fighting? And they were told by the generals there that it would be tens of trillions of years of fighting. They would have to invent new math to come up with numbers large enough to count the cost of the dead fighting. And that afterward, given even an infinite amount of time with an infinite amount of builders and an infinite amount of resources, which they have, they would still never, if they started work now, they would never finish repairing the damage done in the battle. They would be repairing for an infinite amount of time and always have more to fix. That is when the multiverse went bang, because in our multiverse, they evacuated. They just evacuated an infinite number of people out of an infinitely large city rather than fight. In the split one, they fight. And they do. I don't spend a lot of time thinking about this setting because it's not a setting I'm ever really going to use. But in that one, they do fight. And they do eventually win. And, they actually kill two of the Angakira. They kill two of Amaterasu's kids. The rest of them just withdraw because, eventually, Gatsy-Ray withdraws because he doesn't care about this stuff anyway. Why fight? And Hoki leaves because it wants to be in the Draylands anyway. So that's 4 of them gone, 2 to death, 2 of them just saying, screw this, I'm out. So that's a third of them down. And the rest of the children just look at each other and say, okay, we are losing. They withdraw. and then they have to convince Amaterasu to do so. So it takes tens of trillions of years, so many lives lost, that they have to invent new math to come up with the number large enough, and they'll never be able to repair the damage, even given infinite builders, infinite time, and infinite resources. So, bang! Multiversal split. Thumbs up for that. And again, this is just, I work on the background stuff, this much stuff, so that I can write this much story. But sometimes it's more fun to do this part than it is to do this part. That's why I haven't written my Plague Son stories stuff, so thumbs up. Anyway, though, I might as well spin over to this one again. I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab, and I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people for having left me a comment. I'm not reading the comments right now. I'm just thanking you for having left a comment. Good, bad, or indifferent. You took the time. You expended the calories. Thank you so very much. If I mispronounce a username, no disrespect is intended. I'm an American English speaker. We're just not good at that kind of thing. And of course, with my depression, fibro, brain damage from alcoholism, untreated adult ADHD, I'm lucky that I can remember my name is not Rutherford P. Farquhar, which is a damn pretentious name, but instead that's why I count in American Sign Language, and I still get lost. So let me call up my Chrome after I make sure I'm centered again. I do not have OCD, but at the same time, symmetry and asymmetry. I like symmetry. I dislike asymmetry. It's like chewing on tinfoil when I'm asymmetrical. So, we have Zensei, thumbs up and thank you. Firmafire, greatly appreciated. Ice Damon, thumbs up and thank you. Jonathan Myers, 1220, thumbs up and thank you. And hopefully the information gets to you. UCP Finesse, thumbs up and thank you very much. Jesus, thumbs up and thank you. Elitza Samaria? I sure hope I'm close. Thank you very much. Very cool. Greatly appreciated. And Kathy Kiss Cat, thumbs up and thank you. Isn't Easy Bencheesy? I can't pronounce that, but thank you very, very much. And Newt with a period, thank you very much. Richie B, 76, thumbs up. Panda Boy, greatly appreciated. Nacho Business, thumbs up and thank you much. Colin Reisenauer, thumbs up. Bailey Snyder, good to see you in the comments. Roberto Santiago, greatly appreciated. And Russian Timing, thumbs up and thank you. We have Dalibor Zorea, greatly appreciated. Ali Shabiri, thumbs up. Elder Wolf 569, greatly appreciated. Young Prince, thumbs up and thank you. We have a Cyrillic name that I cannot pronounce, but thank you very much. Hopefully you catch this anyway. Mike Oxlong, thumbs up and thank you. And Jorge, thumbs up and thank you very, very much. Each and every one of you. You get me out of my head, into the world, dealing with real people. Thumbs up and thank you so very, very much. It is greatly appreciated. If you could check out my various links, I have Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com. If you could donate to my GoFundMe campaign or become a Patreon.com patron like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. If you could also check out my link down below for... I don't even know what I'm saying now. I mentioned my brain. This is what happens with my brain. Okay, if you go Patreon.com, patron. But if you wanted to help me out but didn't want to send money to one of those two, see, I remember it took me a while, but I got there. I have a PayPal link down below. If you could check that out, that would be very awesome. And if you wanted to support me but didn't want to send money, I have an Amazon wish list link down below as well, with things like hamster food, hamster bedding, cat food, silly things, not silly things. If you could check it out, that would be very cool. Do not feel obligated. I do not feel entitled. And if you cannot donate, or you simply do not donate, I take all good wishes and I deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest. So thank you very much. If you could subscribe to the channel and hit that bell That would be very cool, greatly appreciated. I would understand if you did not wish to, especially after the way my brain failed so thoroughly there. But it would be very cool if you could. Definitely a thumbs up. I will do my best to keep you entertained from now to the literal end of time. Definitely a thumbs up. I've lost my mind entirely, and I've hit more than 20 minutes now, so I need to curtail the madness. So, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, my friend, and that is a very good thing. It's a definite thumbs up. Practice self-care. It is a good thing, and I will see you on the flip side, my friend.